Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god, that's not a baby. That's not a baby.
A few hours ago, in Brooklyn, New York, a transsexual queen, Eileen, had an appointment with a high-quality object. However, the other party asked to meet in the church. Eileen thought it was a special hobby. I didn't object to this meeting place. He came to an office at the instruction of a mobile phone, but I accidentally saw the blood of the flying sword. Then a man in metal powder appeared. I held Eileen's throat without saying a word. It seems that there will be a disaster in Brooklyn. The bar in the street tonight. I'm going to plan a lively transsexual queen show, but the event hasn't started yet. A few performers are looking for all kinds of reasons to put pigeons. In fact, they just don't like the bar. The event manager. Delay. I can't wait to move myself to the bar because this bar is the legacy left by my parents. Delay really doesn't want him to be buried in his own hands. After Eileen learned of his troubles, it is recommended that the male nurse, Sam, go to the scene. Although he has not been a transsexual queen for many years, but he can sing and dance and definitely won't fall off the chain. As for the toilet blocked by the bar, Liz can arrange her brother, Barry, to go and help. Barry is a very orthodox man. He can't understand the relationship between his sister and Delay. He can't figure out whether the transsexual queen is a man or a woman. So Delay doesn't care about this person. But now there's a lot of trouble. He can't find anyone else to fix the toilet. At this time, Delay called the manager. Kelsey, I want to know what's going on now. First of all, Ginny refused to accept 70 to 30% of the bar. The toilet is also a mess because of the clogging of the toilet. Our high school boy ran directly. The worst thing is that the big star, Yasmin, Delay suddenly refused to come. That is to say, the only performers who can be named now only Ginny, who has been the host for a while, and the rabbit boy, Nick. Looking at the most glorious days of the Pride Month, Delay can only open the door with his head. As expected, only a few people came in at night. Kelsey can only comfort Delay. Don't be sad. Sometimes there are few people. It's a kind of atmosphere. It's the atmosphere that doesn't make much money. In a while, Barry finished the toilet and came out. Ginny is working hard on the stage. She is a drag queen. They are not buying it. And you are behind. Barry really doesn't understand. There are so many genders in the world. Men are actually women. Women can also be men. Some are not three-dimensional gender. Not only heterosexuals, homosexuals. There are even transsexuals and non-sexuals. If he stays here for another 2 hours, I guess CPU can burn out. So Barry took the time to dump the garbage go and smoke in the alley behind us. The dead mouse in the trash can is buzzing. He can't help but kick the iron head. At this time, there is a bright shadow in the thick business. It looks like Elaine who was bit. Barry kindly reminded the other party. The club entrance is in front, but Elaine didn't say a word in front of him. Barry feels like a freak. Returned to the bar slowly. Unknowingly, when the back door was about to close, Elaine suddenly grabbed the door panel. On the other side, the male nurse Sam came to the scene. He also shaved his beard and tidied up. Through Sam's conversation with Delay, it can be seen that the two originally knew each other. Besides, Sam used to work here. He took the makeup box to the backstage. After Delay left the stage, he found Sam coming back. Hurry up and give him a big hug. Then ask Sam to help himself take off the tight skirt. As for Nick, he joined later. So I don't know Sam. I just know that he used to be popular, but suddenly disappeared. Sam is not ready to return to such a life. He is already used to being a normal person. If it weren't for the emergency rescue today, he definitely won't come back. As the night grew darker, there are more and more people in the bar. Sam is not used to such a lively environment. For a moment, he thought of running away. At the same time, Olan, who was bitten by a corpse, he was looking for prey all over the place. A woman was bitten. Barley, who was guarding the side, saw this. Hurry up and rushed to the back of the bar. He took out the fire department in the fire station and threw it hard at Elaine, who knew that the axe was crooked and hit the calf of Kelsey. The bar was in a mess. Everyone rushed to the door. Sam is a nurse. He knew how to rescue. Hurry up and help Kelsey deal with the injury. He pinched the other party's thigh to prevent bleeding, then pull out the axe. As soon as he saw Kelsey's pain, hurry up and bring him a glass of wine. As for Elaine, he called several times. I don't know if it's too bad tonight. Just at this time, everyone's cell phone rang an emergency alert. There were several serious attacks nearby. It has not yet been identified. Please evacuate on the spot. Barley finally got a chance to clarify for himself. He threw the axe just now because he saw a monster, and that thing is not human at all. He also bit the man who was dancing on the dance floor. Maybe it's an alien invasion of the earth. It seems that Barley took Elan's skin. No wonder Elan feels like an alien. If you don't believe Barley, this is a nightclub. Disco lights and fog machines are everywhere. It's normal that you can't see it clearly. How can there be a monster in the 21st century? But no matter how he doesn't believe it, various news about monsters have begun to circulate on the internet. These are definitely not empty words. Elan, a bartender, take out your own weapon. Although I don't know if it can be used. but at least there is a self-defense tool. The manager turned on the broken TV behind the bar. An interviewee claimed that he almost bit his head off at the subway station. Then the host contacted the mayor. It's a pity that these big guys only talk nonsense. Neither did he explain the reason for the riot, nor did he say what attacked humans. Just let everyone evacuate on the spot. Keep calm and don't sell it casually. There was also a big brother and sister who came to pour wine. It seems that the more unreliable, the more unreliable. At the same time, the hospital where Elaine worked also received a warning, calling all employees and patients to rush to the canteen. It's just that the sound of the words just fell, and there was a scream. Elaine was about to take a patient away. As a result, the rabbit doll in the children's area came in. There was also a half-eaten arm in his mouth. This picture is too evil. At a critical moment, Elaine picked up a flamethrower and smashed it hard. When he was in college, he was a baseball player. Use a stick to smash the pink rat. Hurry up and take the patient away from the ward. On the other hand, Elaine ordered Nick to collect supplies, such as drinking water, any food that can be eaten. Barry and the bartender are in charge of patrolling everywhere. But Nick drank too much just now. I'm going to the bathroom first. I don't know when he was bitten. Now it has mutated into a corpse. It's strange to say that this kind of corpse is strange. After the infection, it's like 18 bronze people. The metal light is scattered all over the body. It looks very strong. Sam just wanted to get close and ask what's wrong with this little brother, who knows that the other party suddenly opened his mouth and spat. Barry saw that he was in a hurry to pick up the sword. When he got a look at it, he couldn't take it. My host can't die in the party. All you have to do is find a way to lock this guy up. As soon as Nick heard it, he opened the dance hall. A few people locked the corpse in the cage. Barry said, "Do you believe me now?" At this time, Nick's dating software ran. It also shows that the matching object is nearby. A few people went over to check it out. I never thought it was the disguised Queen. Jasmine climbed in from the back window. It turns out that the venue where he participated tonight, he was also attacked by a corpse. Jasmine had no choice but to hide here. The bartender saw that the back window was still open. Hurry up and close it. Unexpectedly, a corpse dragged him. Needless to say, this corpse must have been chasing Jasmine. The people were screaming. I was in a hurry to hold the bartender's thigh. Unfortunately, even if they pulled the other party back to the room, the bartender's neck was also severely injured. The throat is like a fountain. A few blood is coming out of the ground. Everyone's spirits are not sure. The corpse outside the body again. They're all over the place. Push the corpse out, then seal the window with a notice and a tape. On the other side, the only one waiting in the hall, the curtain door outside the curtain door suddenly vibrated. He deliberately hummed, "I want to be brave." Who knows? There's a fire outside again. That is to say, it won't take long. People outside will break in. Fortunately, at the critical moment, I was in a hurry to take someone out to check it out. At this time, the curtain door has been pulled open. 3 people in a skateboarding uniform appeared. It turned out that they were friends of Kelsey. The Asian woman at the head saw the other party's leg was injured. She rushed in and got a thunder. "Is Kelsey bitten?" The crowd explained that she was not bitten. She was just cut with an axe by a toilet brush. The answer was no good. The Asian woman was furious and forced into Paris. She gave the other party a punch. "Why are you cutting my baby?" The Asian woman said that Manhattan had been attacked by a corpse. It's estimated that we'll be surrounded in no time. In short, this place can't stay long. If you don't want to wait to die, you can take a boat to the Queen together. But when the day comes, no matter whether we reach the pier or not, the boat will leave. And if you want to get on the boat, there are conditions. Only women, non-binary, gender, and relatives. Fortunately, everything is missing in the bar, except for Paris. I can hardly find a normal one, and he's barely a family member of Delay. It's estimated that he can get on the boat. Speaking of which, Delay would never leave the bar before he reunited with Emily. When did the corpse come in? He caught one of the 3 people in the uniform and bit him. Paris was in a hurry to pick up the arrow. Delay grabbed the weapon and didn't let him do it. It's just that the Asian woman wouldn't give up. She was wearing protective glasses and holding an electric drill. Without saying a word, she pierced the corpse's forehead. The corpse fell to the ground. Now we have to deal with the bitten uniform girl. Although the wound is not deep, no one can guarantee that she is not infected. Asian women face their own people. We can't use the electric drill. She changed to a less brutal weapon and was about to hit Sam. The uniform girl is not mutated yet. We can lock her up first. It's not too late to do it when she's mutated. In the blink of an eye, Liz ran out of the hospital with a chronic disease patient. They drove a car parked downstairs and accidentally dropped the phone, so Delay couldn't get through Liz's phone. The corpse was dancing in the crowd. Delay was very worried about Liz, but he couldn't get out to save her. He could only force himself to calm down and get rid of the drunk corpse first. Sam came forward to help after seeing it. In fact, the relationship between the two was not good because Sam left without saying goodbye and caused Delay a great loss. At that time, he He refunded everyone's tickets. The total amount was about $9,000. That was the first time Delay sold out the tickets and Sam let him down. In fact, Liz recommended Sam to come to the rescue today. Delay didn't expect anything. As expected, before the show began, he saw Sam trying to escape. The two of them put the corpse in the cold cabinet. As the atmosphere became more and more awkward, Nick came over to say hello to the two of them. He said he had found a way to get to the ship. It turned out that he had been turning over social media software and found a food truck in the place where Yasmin was participating in the event. This kind of big truck has a lot of space and can definitely fit all of them. But the food truck is about 2 blocks away from here. A few people took out the map and discussed the route. You can let them sing and dance. But why is the map so difficult to come up with today? In the end, Sam was the only one left, but Delay pointed out that the map was upside down. Now there are only 3 electric scooters in the bar that can be used as an arresting tool. They have to find the vanguard to drive the food truck. Nick is most familiar with this area, so he voluntarily joined the team looking for the food truck. Yasmin is also willing to go out and take a risk. So now there's only one person left, but the rest of the people are starting to push back and forth. Delay wants to stay and wait for Liz. Jean said she was not full and had a headache. In short, everyone has different excuses. In the end, they all took off their lipsticks and decided who had the shortest part and who had the shortest part. As expected, the last target was Bully. Because he's an Iron Man, he doesn't wear lipstick at all. At this time, the dangerous people outside are not only the dead, but also the police. So the 3 of them planned to disguise themselves as emergency personnel and then set off. You know what's the best part of the disguise queen? No matter what clothes you need, they have it. Jean and Nick take everyone to the backstage and then step on the sewing machine to change their clothes. But a dozen minutes will solve the problem. Super Mario. In the end, Jean was worried about Sam and decided to go with him instead of Bully. The 3 of them just stepped on the electric skateboard to get on the road. There was a funeral on the road. It's not lively, but most of the funerals didn't mean to attack people, so they easily crossed the street and came to the place where Yasmin was holding a party. The things here are much more exquisite than the Delay bar. When the 3 of them were visiting everywhere, 2 police suddenly broke in. Nick quickly adjusted his voice. Hey, easy, easy. Bro, we're first responders. Even if you're going to pretend to be a straight man, you should at least wipe off the gloss in the lip gloss, right? The 2 policemen didn't fall for it and asked the 3 of them to show their emergency personnel certificates and hand over the car keys. It's going to be impossible to close the scene. The police put their hands on the guns. Just one more thing. You have the right to remain in the car. A few fake policemen who came out halfway took the car ahead of them. Now the only means of transportation is taken away. Nick didn't want to go back to the bar and hang out with these pig teammates, so he left the 2 of them. Yasmin were talking about what to do next. Unexpectedly, someone suddenly bit her ass. Fortunately, Yasmin put on a lot of sponge and wasn't really bit. The next second, more policemen appeared and blocked the 2 of them at the party. They had no way to escape, so they had to hide in the lift. Yasmin was struggling and took off her wig. She was so tired that Yasmin was crushed by the policemen and rushed over to help, but she fell to the first floor with the corpse. Sam could only watch her being bitten to death by the corpse. On the other hand, Yasmin was enjoying herself at the bar and was going to restart the DJ station. Who knew that the whole bar would run out of power? There was no way. The 3 of them had to go to the basement to find the power box. Unexpectedly, halfway through, they met a mutated mouse. Paris and Deli were scared out of their wits. The Asian girl picked up the stick and flew the mouse. She bragged that she had played in the first level league soon after. The 3 of them successfully found the power box. The Asian girl opened the switch and restored the light. Paris found a shovel outside the door. She pulled it out subconsciously, but the door of the power room was closed by accident and locked the Asian girl inside. The most dangerous thing was that a large group of mutated mice took the opportunity to break into the power room. The whole group climbed on the Asian girl's body. They were crazy about biting fresh flesh. The Asian girl didn't want to suffer any more torture, so she connected the wire and died with the group of mice. Deli and Paris didn't expect this to happen, so they had to tell everyone the heavy news. The Helsinki plague was like being struck by lightning, and they couldn't help but cry. Deli was getting more and more worried about Liz and kept calling the other party. It was hard to get through this time, but there was a sound of death on the phone. Just when I thought Deli couldn't stay any longer and was about to go out to find Liz, he turned on the music and asked everyone to dance. Thinking about what was going on outside, the world exploded. I danced, and I was so happy that I cried. At the same time, Liz, who escaped the hospital, was lost. When he was about to take out his phone and call to ask where the Delay bar was, He found his phone was lost. The horse said, "It's okay. I still have my phone. You tell me how much is Deli's phone number." However, Liz couldn't remember the number or how to say she was pregnant for 3 years. Liz didn't know if she still had a chance to tell Deli that she was pregnant. Just then, she saw a woman with a baby in front of her. At the same time, the mother's love was so great that she had to go down to help. Liz was a nurse and had no bad intentions. However, the dead baby in the woman's arms suddenly turned over. She had eaten half of her mother's breast. Liz was so scared that she ran back to the car. The dead soon surrounded their car. It's not a good idea to go on like this. Liz estimated that it should not be far from the bar. It is better to run away by car. At that time, Mahua said that his legs were injured and could not run. At this critical moment, music was playing in the bar, attracting the dead on the street. Liz and Nick, who were not far away, finally found a chance to escape. Sam hurried back to the bar and told everyone about the economic sacrifice. He explained that the food truck had been robbed and we could only go to the dock by foot. Fortunately, Sam had a plan, which was to lure the dead into the bar. Everyone felt that this method was feasible and immediately prepared. They turned up the music and found all the guys who could defend themselves. When everything was ready, Delay and Buddy opened all the doors. The dead immediately came in with the music. Sam was singing on stage to attract their attention. Others took the opportunity to hunt down the dead and find a chance to escape the bar. Delay and Sam grabbed the opportunity to lock the door and trap the dead in the bar. Then Nick took Liz to Mahua. He drove a show car and everyone rushed out. They left quickly. The next morning, they took the ferry away from New York. This crazy night finally came to an end. 98% of the actors in the film are minorities. The characters on the screen are almost all cool. It can be said that the director wrapped dumplings for a plate of vinegar and wanted to open a new path to integrate the culture of disguise and the type of death. Unfortunately, the script is really boring. The dramatic aesthetics of the final performance and the bloody scene of the death attack have no chemical reaction. The image of the group is weak and the acting is catchy. Only Paris, a straight man, can contribute a few class-based jokes.